creamy soup, tender marbled steak, crusty loaves of bread, and pudding finished with chocolate sauce. This is just a small sample of the sumptuous meal in Babette's Feast, a Danish film that focuses on one night when a poor village comes together for a banquet. They'd only lived an austere life, though once a friendly and devout village. This fishing community had lost its salt. They'd grown old and hard. Babette, a mysterious and foreign woman, exhausted her entire inheritance to create this delicious feast to bring all the people together. Well, the meal starts out in silence, but little by little, as the food melts into their mouths, a warmth spreads throughout them like the fire of Pentecost. For the first time in years, they look up and they notice one another with love. They make up for long grievances. They laugh together, and they end the night arm in arm, gazing up into the starry sky. This iconic image expresses everything about Christianity, and most of all, the meaning of Christmas. We have not come here tonight to remember the birthday of Jesus solely. We have come to celebrate the incarnation. We have come to join the entire cosmos in marveling at the grandeur, the magnificence of this incarnation. And not only to marvel at it, but to enter into it, to join it, to plunge into its magnificence. God become man. Jesus is the second Adam. Paul writes in his letter to the Corinthians, the first man, Adam, was made a living soul. The last Adam was made a quickening spirit. Howbeit that was not first which is spiritual, but that which is natural, and afterward that which is spiritual. The first man is of the earth, earthy. The second man is the Lord from heaven. As is the earthy, such are they also that are earthy. And as is the heavenly, such are they also that are heavenly. And as we have borne the image of the earthy, we shall also bear the image of the heavenly. A fundamental change took place on that first Christmas day. The incarnation shattered the gulf between divinity and humanity. It pierced down into the depths of our humanity. What is our humanity? It's everything that makes you who you are. It's our culture, our language, it's our rituals, our traditions, the meals we share together, our enjoyments and our pleasures. All of that humanity was changed and given something new in this incarnation of Jesus Christ. Our body, our blood, our families, it was all transformed. We can't even begin to comprehend the magnificence of the incarnation. God became flesh and gave flesh a second chance. This means that a man becomes in Christ a new man. A woman can become a new woman in the truest sense. Our families can become true families even more. All that we cherish, all that we value in our life, all that we will be fascinated with, fixated on as we go into the new year, that has the ability to be brought into Christ and changed. There's nothing so practical, so real as the incarnation. And these pleasures of ours can become filled with life, overflowing with abundance of richness and beauty. In St. Paul's words, humanity before Christ was empty. It was dust, earthy, he says. And sadly, this is still the case for so many in this world who are not part of Christ. For all the spinning wheels and the roaring machines of secularism are nothing short of Christ. They are nothing but a tale told by an idiot full of sound and fury. in Shakespeare's words. In a diatribe about people texting while driving, the comedian Louis C.K. rants about how people will kill each other for the sake of not being alone without their phone. At such a cost, he wonders, why do we give into this addiction? But, he suggests, because underneath everything in your life, there's that thing, that empty, forever empty, that knowledge that it's all for nothing and that you're alone. The incarnation means a new life, a new possibility. Jesus Christ, the incarnation, the sacramental life, fills up that everything underneath everything. It fills out that underneath, that emptiness. Christmas is the end of materialism versus spirituality. That myth, this idea of our natural material world here and perhaps a spiritual world somewhere far off, it's shattered like broken glass on Christmas Day. The incarnation bridges the gap. Heaven is poured out into earth, poured out into our humanity, poured out into your family, poured out into everything that you are. In his nativity sermon, St. John Chrysostom becomes euphoric. Behold, a new and wondrous mystery. My ears resound the shepherd's song, piping no soft melody, but chanting full forth a heavenly hymn. The angels sing, all join to praise this holy feast, beholding the Godhead here on earth and man in heaven. What shall I say? And how shall I describe this birth to you? For this wonder fills me with astonishment. For this day the ancient slavery is ended, the devil confounded, the demons take to flight, the power of death is broken, paradise is unlocked. A heavenly way of life has been implanted on the earth. Angels communicate with men without fear, and men now hold speech with angels. Why is this? Because God is now on earth, and man in heaven. On every side, all things commingle. I began by describing Babette's feast. Soup, mead, water, wine. What do these have to do with Christmas, let alone the incarnation? What we see in this film, this beautiful story, is an illustration of the incarnation. Before the feast, the people were bitter. Life was dull, monotonous. But sharing the food together woke up their souls. It opened their eyes for the first time. Well, before the feast of the incarnation, our life was dust, was meaningless, was dull and dreary. But as we embrace the incarnation, as we take on the sacramental life and let it permeate everything, we too wake up. All of life becomes as rich and aromatic as the most bounteous meal. That mysterious woman, Babette, sacrificed everything she had to bring the people together. That mysterious Son of God, Jesus Christ, he too emptied himself of all the glory of heaven so that he could share that glory and that we could together give praise and enjoy the feast. Life embracing the incarnation is a life of richness. What is Christmas for? Savoring the taste of your favorite foods, each bite and every drink. Cherishing that time with your family in the year to come, with no distractions, just you and your loved ones. Going on a walk, enjoying the breeze or the beauty of the starry sky. All of these are at the heart of Christmas. Isn't it incredible that we get to begin the year with Christmastide? That we start with these 12 days of Christmas into Epiphany and into the year to come, sharing this vision, this beatific entrance into the incarnation, sharing this vision to live as incarnational people, to walk into the glory. For Christ has sacrificed and emptied himself of all glory, so as to prepare for us a banquet. And it is for us to take this banquet, to see life for that cosmic banquet, that gift from God laid out on this table for us to partake in, to be filled with gratitude, and to give back praise and adoration. Christ is born. Merry Christmas. Let's all